So next we're going to put on just a brooch. Now, this is really nice because whatever kind of jewellery you want to wear on the day, you can add it in. For example, if you're wearing pearls or if you're wearing diamantes or a bit of sparkle and bling, you can bring that into your headpiece by incorporating it with just something like a bit of jewellery or a brooch or something like this. So I'm just going to be putting this on today. Now it's entirely up to yourself because we're going to be doing veiling as well onto it. Whether or not you want your brooch piece to be underneath your veiling or to be over the veiling. Now, it depends on how dramatic you want it to be. For a bridal piece, I think it can be quite nice if it sits underneath the netting, just because it kind of takes the initial bling and stuff off it, and also as well she can adjust her veiling on the day if she feels that she wants to have it full over the face or to the side. So I'm just going to put on the brooch next. Now, if it's up to you, you can either stitch your brooch on, or you could actually use the clip that's in it and put it through the piece. But I mean, to secure it in, I think the best thing to do is to stitch it. And if you start with a separate needle and thread, so cut off from this one from where you've done your trimming around the edge, and start with a new thread here, that means you could easily separate that afterwards if you wanted to. You don't have to keep it on forevermore. Especially if it was for your bridal headpiece, and if you had something that was like a nice heirloom from, like, you know, you'd received off your grandparents or something you'd inherited, and you wanted to wear something old onto your headpiece, it could be beautiful to do that, and afterwards you can take it off then as well. And as I said, don't worry about your stitching underneath because that's going to be covered with your comb, so you're not going to see any of that. But if you were very conscious of it, you can buy felt as well, and you don't have to seam your edges on the felt, so you could just cut the felt the exact same shape as this and then glue it onto the base afterwards if you wanted to. Just to be aware that if you do that, your cinnamon has the straw effect. By soliding the base, it's going to make it just a shade darker, so just to be aware of the fact that it's not going to look too dark for whatever you're matching it with. Have a look at it behind it first before you attach it on. Yeah, so we've just attached the brooch on there, so you can see that that part has been done. Just going to cut your thread, and because your thread is doubles from the beginning, when you cut your thread off, you can knot it by separating your two threads and bringing them together. Sometimes it's nice to do 3 or 4 knots into it, and if you want to, if you have your glue gun handy, just put a tiny little dip of the glue onto the knot, and it just secures it in, then that you know it's not going to go anywhere. So that's your headpiece so far.